Yeah, preach peace. Um, I guess my question is, probably a petty one, but I always wonder what happened with the situation in regards to Geno Jennings and whatever happened
Yes, sir.
with the
Yes, sir.
possible debate that
Yes,
was
sir.
supposed to transpire with that.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Geno Jennings has been running for dear life for the last going on a decade now. And I have reached out because that's one that I want. I will come out. I retired from debating black people. I only debate our open enemies now. But I will make an exception for Geno Jennings. So, Brother Geno, you recently called my name out. If you're listening, you called my name out. I heard you, and we reached out. I assume you name dropped and meant you're ready for us to argue, as the Quran says, in the best of match. Brother Geno is still ducking and dodging. He does not apparently want to experience what Buster Douglas experienced, having been able to enjoy the belt for a very brief moment when Buster Douglas defeated Mike Tyson in Japan. Because Mike Tyson stoked up and sexed up and didn't take it serious, Buster Douglas could only victory lap with the belt raised up for a very brief period. Geno has been victory lapping for a long time. And we have been reaching out to him through his family and privately through his family and publicly in a myriad of ways. And he often acknowledges on his broadcast that he's receiving, he sees us, but he has yet to respond to our accepting of his challenge. We weren't challenging him. He put an open challenge out to the Muslims. And I stepped up by Allah's grace to accept his challenge. And initially, he agreed to accept my acceptance of his challenge. But then he Googled me, found out who I was, and he backed out and has been trying to avoid his rendezvous with destiny ever since. So I don't know that will happen. I still have a Jones for that one. So, inshallah, I would like to see it happen. But as of right now, I have no reason to believe that I would be so lucky to have him finally accept my acceptance of his challenge to the Muslims.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Brother Eli. You got another question, Brother Eli? Are you good, brother?
Oh, no, I mean, with your permission, I can ask another question.
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
Yes, sir. Obviously everybody knows now, that Jay-Z obviously is or has been for a period of time studying under the Nation of Gods and Earths. There was a situation with him that transpired maybe a few months ago, or close to a year ago, in regards to his chain that he was wearing. And when he got called out on it, in my opinion, he buck danced. He didn't want to answer the question. So I feel that a lot of our athletes and a lot of our rappers support you and all of us in the conscious community, but it just seems like when they get called out on it, they run for cover. And I was just wondering, in your opinion, why do you think that is?
Well, I have a different perspective because I have a certain closeness to that situation that most don't have. My brother Jay-Z, you say he was studying with the Nation of Gods and Earths. Well, actually, his biggest influence in that regard was Jay Electronica, who's on the lot team, my brother Jay Electronica. And, you know, Jay-Z, he knows the black man is God. He teaches that the black man is God. And beyond that, he be's a God. Forgive the ill grammar. At the Brooklyn Hip Hop Festival, July of last year, I don't know if you saw that. You know, we were with Jay Electronica, and we put on a demonstration at the Brooklyn Hip Hop Festival. And at that demonstration, Jay-Z took the chain off, the very chain that you're speaking of, and put it on Jay Electronica. Rightly so. So that chain is no longer in the possession or ownership of Jay-Z. I'm not even sure that it ever was intended to stay in the ownership of Jay-Z. He bequeathed it. He chained Jay Elect with it, and appropriately so. So most of the controversy is, you know, it's a non-issue to me, because most just don't know what the true circumstances are. I don't know what quote unquote buck dancing you're referring to. He wore, see, let me say this. See, I'm a 5%. I'm sure Islam got Allah. I came to Islam as a 5%. When I came, we did the flag very differently than how the wearing and the giving of the flag is done today by what's called the NGE. You are right, Brother Eli. In my day, Jay-Z could absolutely not wear that flag. Because knowing the black man is God and teaching the black man is God is not in and of itself grounds to wear the flag. You had to earn the flag by mastering all 8 points of the flag and mastering all of the lessons, the 120 lessons. So it wasn't until after I mastered every degree that I stepped up to qualify myself for the flag, and then the gods put me in the cipher and drilled me. I had to show and prove that I'm qualified to wear the flag, and the qualification wasn't just knowing and teaching the black man is God. The qualification was mastering 120. Well, so no, he could not wear the flag back in my day, but he absolutely can wear the flag today, because it's not done like that anymore in so much of the NGE. Most of the people who wear the flag today didn't go through that same process. It's a different standard today. So Jay-Z, when he had the flag on, had as much right to wear it, as much qualification to wear it, as so many of these who wear the flag and officially rep the Nation of Gods and Nurse. No, it was different in my day, so I didn't look sideways on my brother for wearing the flag any more than I look sideways on guys from the NGE that I deal with in real life. And I know that they wearing the flag, but they didn't get it the way I got my flag. Any more than Jay-Z did. Hope I answered your question.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I definitely appreciate that, Brother Eli, and appreciate you, Doctor. Let me go on the line here to the 504-975. 504-975. What's your name? Where you calling from? 504-975. All right. Take that out. Hold on. Let me go to the 678-463. 678-463. Oh, that's your number. Hold on. Let me go to that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Okay, yeah. 862-414. 862-414. Got a question or comment? Peace. listening. 929-331. 929-331. Got a question or comment?
Notice all these people are kind of intimidated to speak.
We'll go to the 615-578. 615-578. That brother Lex?
Oh.
I guess they're scared to ask you a question. Doctor,
I don't know why. I don't normally bite.
Yeah.
I may sound ravenous tonight, but I'm trying to mop up some piss. But I'm not their family.
See,
I don't bite unless you bite. I'm a Muslim. I don't aggress, but I do
and
fight
notice
with those
this before
who
I
fight
come
with
on the
me.
line, family. He
So
keep on saying he's mopping up piss.
I will
Watch.
answer in peace. If you call with aggression, I will answer in aggression.
yes, sir. Yeah, let me. I'm actually bring the sister host and sister Renee. She's been waiting patiently on the line. I'll let her in. I'm sure she has a few questions. Hey, Sister Renee.
Yes, sir.
You have a few questions
Shout out to Sister
for the
Renee.
Dr. Wesley.
Yes. Peace to you, Dr. Muhammad.
Peace to you, Sister Renee.
Thank you. Yes, I would like to ask you an issue that I personally speak a lot on, and that is about homosexuality. I saw a while back. I mean, this had to be years and years. I mean, it may have even been in the 80s
Peace,
at
Brother
some
Malik.
point, or even the 70s. But Farrakhan was speaking on, Minister Farrakhan was speaking on the fact that the Nation of Islam was one of the reasons why it was pushed in the prison system so much. It was used as a deterrent somewhat of homosexuality, so that it could, give them something to be in that. I guess, question. One, where is since we are under mass incarceration currently, where is mass incarceration? Is it still as present in the prison system as it once was? Is it still, is it kind
Malik,
of
this
not,
conversation was 2 years ago,
in the
family.
prison system?
And I wanted to play
Are
this
there
conversation
reasons behind that
so
either way?
that young
And then my
Pharaoh
other
can see
question
how to disagree
you
with a brother
is, I
vehemently
just wanted
without
for you to maybe
disrespecting their
elaborate
elders.
on
So I wanted to just play this one,
your
something out of
feelings
my archive,
on
man.
how
Me and
homosexuality is
Dr.
being
Wesley
used
Muhammad having a conversation.
in our community.
So yeah, it's not
what are
live,
your
fam.
thoughts on it as far
In the
as
black
our
media
community?
and in the black radio is
Thank
no
you. Two
more.
very good questions. I appreciate the opportunity.
And
to
shout out to Sister Renee
address
again, fam.
the
I hope
issue
the
raised.
coverage is clear here.
First, as it relates to the Nation of Islam within the prison system, I've had the honor to speak at the prison that Malcolm X was incarcerated in Boston. The Muslims are in the prison system, meaning the Nation of Islam is still in the prison system. And we are still doing our work across this nation in the belly of the beast. It is the case that Muslims encounter difficulties that
That's
weren't
right, Malik.
encountered before, because there is a crackdown on the Nation of Islam in the prison system. The government does not want the Nation of Islam in the prison system. So we had to fight legally. In many cities, many jurisdictions, we had to legally fight for our right, if you will, to be among our brothers in serving. So we are there, but we are there despite the efforts to erase us from that process of reforming the black man and woman. The issue of homosexuality is a very real one. The feminization of the black man, see, it's not an accident. And it's not a social phenomenon. It is the direct fruit of a military strategy. White supremacy is dying. It's crumbling all over the world. And it's fighting. It's making the last stand. A real stand. And the greatest threat to white supremacy is the black male. Because these are the soldiers on the field. And white supremacy wants to incapacitate the soldiers.
Right.
I mentioned that Satan weaponizes everything. Weaponizes air, weaponizes water. He also weaponizes human sexuality. So homosexuality is imposed by design on the black community, not just through the conscious feminizing of black manhood through popular culture, for example, in hip-hop. So the whole young thug phenomenon.
Right.
Pink wearing thugs. But as I say that, I have to give a shout out to my brother, Young Thug, who went to hear the Honorable Mr. Louis Farrakhan. It was so inspired that he articulated his desire to be new and be different. And that, dear sisters, is a reason the Nation of Islam has to fight for its place in the prison system. The feminization of the black man is part of white supremacy's war strategy. It is by design, this concerted effort to feminize the black man in theaters of war historically. When one army will successfully conquer its enemy, oftentimes they consummated that victory by sodomizing the male soldiers. That was part of military battlefield ritual. In many instances, the conquering army will consummate their victory by sodomizing the male soldiers. And we see that in the black community.
Among Europeans.
That's right. I'm sorry. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Initially. But we ape their wickedness. So, yes, I'm real clear. That's satanic military maneuvering. And it's satanic military maneuvering that has black men so feminized today and homosexuality so rampant. It is actively promoted. And again, it's not just a social phenomenon. It's the fruit of military strategies. White supremacy is rendering gender neuter its chief threat to black male. By rendering him gender neuter, then he's not a threat on the battlefield. That is what we are seeing with the egregious increase in black homosexuality and feminization of black men.
I'm not sure if you are aware, you may be, but or for those who are not, but they now going to legalize it for transsexuals to serve in the U.S. military.
Right. Yeah. Good luck with that. See, and
Right.
you know,
Right.
that is there's a sense in which, dear sister, as a soldier on the other side of the battle line, I'm happy to hear that. In this army, see, we know the holes that puts in our open enemy's army.
Yeah. Yeah.
So let them have all the
I'm
hormones they want. That's his
begrudging
point.
that news at all, because I'm a soldier on the other side of this battlefield.
Right on, brother.
See, that's the difference between God's army and Satan's army, and that's why we will be triumphant. God's army is a real army with real fighting and military proficiency, but it's anchored in a code of righteousness. And that righteousness is what separates the military training of men who belong to Islam in North America. It separates us from everyone else toting their weapons in organized military. Though I support all of those efforts. But I'm got to make this point. What distinguishes this army from every other attempt at soldiering is that we are anchored in our military maneuvering is anchored in the code of righteousness. Satan's army is anchored in pure unrighteousness. So ultimately, Satan's army will crumble.
Yes,
and the news that
and that's
you
the
just
same army
reported,
that Farrakhan called Pharaoh's army.
Ranks,
not this clown ass nigga, young Pharaoh.
Well,
I said Farrakhan been teaching this
right.
for 50 years,
That's
and you hear
right.
even Wesley speaking the same prophecy. Pharaoh's army
yes,
is
yes,
about
sir.
to drown. You feel me?
Real quick, Sister Renee. Let me I'll bring a caller in, and then you can continue your round.
All right,
of
I think this is my
Sister
call.
Renee.
So
We're bringing a 951.
I'm about to turn up, family. Put your seatbelt on.
951-350. 951-350.
Young Pharaoh, take lessons, my nigga. Take notes.
Who am I speaking to?
Peace, brother. Oh God, this is Michael Edwards, man. It's been a long time.
Yes,
I shouldn't have left you without a dope beat to step to, man. What's happening?
What up, man?
Doing good, man. I just I give greetings to the brother Wesley Muhammad.
Greetings, Black God. How are you?
I'm doing fine, my brother. I wanted to ask you some real hard questions because I don't think you got a fastball pitched at you tonight, and I want to, raise the bar because you're here, right?
Mm-hmm. Have you been listening all night?
Oh yes, I've been listening all night, and the first comment and question that I want to make is about your reaction to the brother's intro, right? I've been on the show before. Everybody been on this brother's show before, and we all maybe have issues with, Khalid, or maybe have issues with Farrakhan, or maybe even that particular recording. But you call the brother's show piss. You dig it? And if it's an honor to come in. Well, you said about 6 or 7 times, brother. You said about 6 or 7 times that you're here mopping up piss. But it's not piss if it's not piss if it's their perception of their belief, right? That's their idea of black power. They love Khalid, and they love it to that degree where they feel Farrakhan was opposing Khalid. Millions of people feel that way.
Right.
Okay? So that was one thing you asked about, was I listening to the whole show. But more importantly...
That's a comment or a question?
That's a comment.
That's a fastball? Okay.
No, hell no. That ain't the fastball. That's a knuckleball.
All right.
That's a knuckleball. All right, the fastball is, I'm going to be real with you. I live in California, right? Got people all through here. And the other big head brother, I give you much more respect than I give him. The other brother that's a Muslim, that's your friend, that's out here in Cali, I forget his name. But anyway, out here in California, right next to
the other big head brother. So
yeah, the other big head brother. Who's the first? We're gonna see after. We're gonna see if you strike out, you'll be the second. But if you hit the ball out the park, I'll respect you. All right.
Well.
Let me pitch it. You ready? But
pitch it with respect. Let's keep it on.
Oh, I'm going to respect you,
we're going to deal. Let's be real clear. Respect shouldn't come after.
No, but respect should come real, right?
Respect comes at the beginning. Yeah,
absolutely.
Real.
That's right. And so that's what I'm bringing.
You can be real with being respectful. Because I'm real with you, but I'm going to stay respectful. So I'm
calling you brother this whole time. Have I called you big head yet? I said if you drop the ball in front of these black people, then we will discuss that. But let's go on with the question. Let me go on with the question so I get out your way. All right? I'm in California, and for about 9 months, I've been doing research on Scientology and y'all guys' connection to Scientology, auditing, even the connection with L. Ron Hubbard, who was a drug addict, man, a psychedelic. His son, Dianetics stemmed from his dealings with his son, giving his son acid and questioning and auditing. And, you know, the C organization. All of these things, when black people ask you about Scientology, brother, they want you to drop the draws on that and tell them what they're speculating on. Because none of you brothers speak about it. And this is why, you know, maybe Imam Bashir and maybe Ali Muhammad and some of these other brothers have walked away because y'all not being forthright. Now, if you'd like to hit that one out the park and receive my third one, you know, it's a question.
No, because actually address.
Go ahead and knock that out the park, please.
No, sir. Go ahead and ask the third one because I want to.
Okay.
I want to mop your piss up all at once.
Okay. All right. Well, you can do it. You're good at that. All right. Here's the third one, brother. Now, all of these people on this phone, and I want to use one brother on the phone as an example, Eli God, right? Mm-hmm. This Negro here makes his whole debut into the community.
Hey, hold on, Eli. I don't want you to think I'm feeling this way about you today. This was 2 years ago. This is pre-recorded. And on my RBG2 Hebrew 2 channel, I got Eli featured today, right? Eli, I respect you, man. You're Black Panther. I respect you, brother. Why? Because I love the Black Panther movement. And I feel like no matter if you got a button or your name on the roster, if you live that life, you should respect that life. And so I respect you, and I'm not putting this out as a slash against you, bro. All right? Peace.
And that God doesn't exist. But he comes here today embracing you, letting you piss all over him. Because if God don't exist, your God don't exist. So I want to know who's real and who's fake. Because I want you to drop the draws on this Scientology shit, and I want that nigga to speak like he's a fucking man. So not disrespecting you, that disrespect was toward him. All right? So knock it out the park, my brother.
Right. All right. I'm going to say this. First, see, Brother Eli is a bigger man than you right now. See, because Brother Eli, let you tell it. Brother Michael, let you tell it. Brother Eli has a fundamental ideological difference with his brother, me. But his handling of his brother gave no indication of that. He was able to be respectful despite his disagreement. He was man enough to agree to disagree without being so damn niggerly disagreeable.
Now, hold on. He called me a nigger, and I only called him maybe if you drop the ball, I'm going to call you Big Head. And I was talking about the other Big Head brother in California, which I refuse to mention his name because he's not worth mentioning. But where's the disrespect, Wes? You asked for a fastball, and I pitched it without calling you a bitch one time. Am I right, young Pharaoh? How many times you called Elijah Muhammad and Farrakhan and everybody else bitches and all kind of other shit while you bringing forth your information? But see, Wesley's mad, and I didn't call him a bitch.
Salute Brother Eli for being a black god in the situation and respecting knowing how to keep it real with respect. You mentioned inaccurately characterize the manner in which I called in. You know, you're speaking out of ignorance. Ignorance is that which we don't know, and you do that well, it seems. As I mop up piss well, and I do, and I enjoy it, and so I appreciate you for calling. I hadn't had the opportunity to mop up this much piss in so long. I was in my feelings a bit, so I appreciate you. You mentioned I didn't call in to the show pissed. I didn't get pissed until after I got on, because I called into the show at the invite.
And let me explain to you the piss that he's talking about. I'm going to let the conversation roll on after this one. But the piss that he's talking about, that he's mopping up, and I came on the line talking about, you should be calling these brothers' show pissed. They had a right to their opinion. The intro was Dr. Khalid Muhammad speaking a little bit greasy about Farrakhan. But at the same time, I told you, even then, Khalid did not ever call Farrakhan a bitch. Farrakhan did never call Khalid a bitch. And even through their respect, and even through me and Wesley's convo here, you won't hear nobody calling each other bitches. You underdig? You might hear some other stuff, and like I said, Wesley is indeed upset, but he was not disrespected. He's just in his feelings, like he just said to y'all. Enjoy the rest of it.
I didn't call these brothers and say, like you said, pleading to get back on the show. I didn't call them asking to be on the show. They called me and asked if
I gotta correct you. I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta correct you. But they called me, bro. I hardly ever called into In the Black Media just to speak because the niggas on the show. I would receive a text. They say call in. I call in and I speak my piece, and that's what I did here. He said begging to get back on. But Wesley, I was on this show before you was on this show. I spoke my piece on this show several times before you were on the show. The brothers that run the show know me more than they know Wesley Muhammad. So how in the fuck am I begging to get on the show, Wesley?
On their show. And I didn't check their ideology.
You sure
and
did.
Determine whether I would accept their invitation based on their ideology. The brothers asked me, the brothers came to me respectfully, and I responded respectfully to their request. So I called into the show very excited and very happy. I didn't get pissed until after I got on the show, because what appeared to be a setup.
And he's saying a setup, and I gotta be honest, I agree, bruh. Because if you gonna bring Wesley Muhammad on the show, you shouldn't play that goddamn recording. I'm gonna let y'all hear the recording after Wesley finished, so y'all see why he was so upset. Not necessarily at me or Sister Renee or Brother Eli, anybody that called in. He was upset at how he felt like he was disrespected and set up to come on that show, where the intro is disrespectful to Farrakhan, but yet he's invited on the show and he's got to speak on the show and honor the show. He didn't like that, and so I understand.
Supposed to be discussing justice or else, the principle and the movement and the cause that unifies black people. And, you know, if I got a big head, because I got a lot up in there. You sound like you got a peanut head right now, to be frank with others.
And Pharaoh, listen, nigga, we're insulting each other. We're going back and forth, man. The brother just called me a peanut head. I called him big head. But we're not calling each other bitch. We're not saying fuck you, and you hoe ass nigga, and I bust your ass and all this shit. Brother, you can disagree vehemently without calling somebody a bitch, and definitely without disrespecting the dead. Shout out to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Much respect.
And, you know, everybody has the right to have their opinion.
Yes, they do.
About Dr. Khalid. And to express it how they will.
That's right.
But goddamn.
That's what I told Pharaoh. See, everybody got the right to have their opinion and to express it. But I said to you, young buck, Pharaoh, you can say what you want, but accountability comes with every word, dog. You can say it and do what you want. You go out and you can kill the president today. That's your right. But what you will be accountable for is also yours, my nigga. Listen up.
As much of a man as you. And so I'm going to address it how I will. And if y'all are man enough, if y'all are gangster enough to bring me on the show and have that as the precursor, then damn it, you man enough to deal with my response to it. I ain't no damn punk. Brother Michael.
I know, Brother Wesley.
The Scientology thing, I answered it. Go get the archive.
No, you didn't.
You're not a moderator. You're not dictating the terms of our dialogue on this show.
Did y'all hear him answer my question?
Scientology was properly raised. And I pulled the draws down in a way that
no, you didn't.
Is relevant to me. I said then, and I'll reiterate for you. You didn't invite a Scientology Muslim on the show.
So what you're saying, Wesley, is you're not into Scientology.
You want a Muslim to speak to Scientology, then you invite a Scientology Muslim on your show.
Now, that right there should have been a disciplinary moment for Dr. Wesley, because you are actually undercutting what the minister has taught the nation in the way of Scientology. You're saying you're not a Scientology Muslim. I come back on later and I start asking him about audits and about who runs the audits in the nation. Nuriel Muhammad, this brother here, the big head nigga, all of the officers in the nation run these audits, which is brain picking sessions, right? But Wesley, you didn't answer it. All you did was say you answered it, but we didn't hear no answer. All we heard about is you mad and you're mopping up piss, you see. And I suggest to you, this is why a lot of people differ so vehemently with the Nation of Islam. But I won't disrespect you, nor will I disrespect Brother Farrakhan. But I will tell you that you didn't answer, Doc. And you was very nervous, Doc. Talking to Brother Mike, Doc.
I made it clear I'm not that. So if that is what you wanted, you missed.
I hope Farrakhan knows that.
You misunderstood me. You should have Googled me. You should have did your due diligence better.
Brother, I got one of your books. Stop it.
The last thing was the first I addressed. Brother Eli. And I salute Brother Eli. I'm going to say this.
And mind you, Brother Eli at that time did not believe in your God. My God either. Both are the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. But I'm saying to you, why did you not take it disrespectful? Well.
I'm about constructive dialogue. You want to be on some nigga shit, you know that in the context of the movement.
Oh, I love Wesley Muhammad, man.
To unify our people and get our people to DC on 10-10-15. I'm not even going to dignify no more nigga shit. We can discuss
real issues. But if all you want to do is call and try to impress folks with your G,
But G, come on, Wesley.
invite me to gleefully show you my G, well, you know, there's times when that's fun. But on the lead up to 10...
Wesley, I don't want to see your G, dog. I don't want to see your G-string. I don't want to see your gangster. I don't want to see your garbage. I don't want to see none of your G, my dude. I want you to answer a question straight up and down, like a real teacher do. If I ask you about the C organization, Scientology, L. Ron Hubbard, brain-picking sessions that are called audits, and all of this shit is brought into the Nation of Islam to be put on black people, I want you to address it point by point. Not to be talking about piss, not to be talking about nigga shit, and not to be getting upset when you're not disrespected. But I do love you, brother, and I do respect you. Listen on, y'all.
15, that's juvenile. That's immature. So we're going to keep that moving. And Brother Michael, if, you know, we ain't hard to find. When 10, 10, 15, the culmination of this effort for justice or else.
And Brother Wesley just said, Brother Michael, we ain't hard to find. Wesley, I know, bro. I know. You got a headquarters in Chicago, doctor. I know you're not hard to find, my dude. And neither am I. Because California is huge. But I don't want to find you. I want to find the truth so our people can wake up, doctor. That's what I want. I don't want no nigga shit from you. You're too old for me to be fighting. And both sides of our thought system, your Nation of Islam and my Nation of Israelites, we all got too much aggression and possibly too many weapons to even be talking about that shit. So it ain't on that level. I don't want to find you like that. I want to find you in righteousness and truth and walking in it.
If you are still in the spirit you're in right now, a spirit of division and acrimony and disrespect to your brothers, plural, well then, brother, you're going to have to work that out yourself. Maybe you need some audit. Maybe you need to reconsider Scientology.
Now, see, I thought you wasn't a Scientology Muslim, Wesley. You just offered me an audit.
Next question.
Next question.
Yes, sir. We move on down the line.
And later on in the show, I come back on and I hit Wesley again with the stuff because he didn't answer. And y'all see that clearly, man. Wesley did not answer and he was very upset. But now let me go back to the beginning of the show and let you see what the brother's upset about. I gotta be fair. Gotta be fair. Listen, y'all, listen to this.
Hi, I'm a helpful Southern California Honda person. And recently we've been
That's
doing
a commercial. Hold on, family.
Hi, I'm a helpful Hi.
I'm gonna get it. Hold on. Here you go.
Brother Farrakhan found something.
This was in the black media's introduction. They brought Wesley on the show.
Hey, family.
Hold on. I gotta go back.
Hi, I'm a helpful Southern California
I guess you're
Honda
gonna have to
person.
listen to
And
the
recently
commercial,
we've
but
been doing
listen to the commercial.
random acts of helpfulness, like repairing a family's home after a water leak, helping
Listen
pay
up,
for a
family.
wedding,
Watch
and
this.
surprising a deserving child with a birthday party at the LA Zoo. And during the Honda Dream Garage
see,
spring
this is the
event,
shit
we can
I
help
don't
you
want on
too
my
with a
YouTube
great
channel.
deal
That's
on
why I
an
don't like
award-winning Honda,
AdSense
like the
and all
all-new
that.
and completely
I'm
redesigned
selling
Accord,
Tide
the
for it. I'm
2018 North
teaching
American
righteousness
Car
and
of the
black
Year.
power and
Click the dealer
Pan-Africanism.
locator link to find a dealer near you,
Shit.
and go to
Hurry up, man. Shut
SoCalHondaDealers.com
up.
to suggest a random act of
Goddamn
helpfulness for
commercial.
someone you know.
Blog Talk
All right,
Radio.
so y'all listen.
There are enemies among us, and we must find them and get rid of
We
them.
gonna have talking about economy.
Who is
Our
that?
whole spirit, our whole fucking image is destroyed. That's where the fuck you gonna start at. Our babies don't even respect their own mamas. You understand what I'm saying? We in so much fucking dire straight. It's gonna take.
And watch this double-tongued nigga here 2 years ago speak well of Malcolm, speak well of Garvey. But a year ago, I had to come back and chastise Seti's fool ass and young Sparrow about disrespecting Marcus Garvey and Malcolm. But your double-minded, double-tongued ass is here disrespecting Farrakhan through your speech. But you respect Malcolm. Now you disrespect Malcolm. Double tongue. And this is how these Negroes evolve over the years. And these are the people that y'all give your money to and you honor. What they double-minded as fuck. This is why Wesley was mad. I'd have been pissed too.
And I'm not talking about no nigga just slinging no motherfucking dope. I'm talking about some cheese, straight cheese, nigga, to get out in these streets and snatch these young niggas up, man, and show them what it is. That's the only motherfucking way. That's why Tupac is greater than any motherfucker outside of Malcolm and Garvey. Shit, because after they left him.
He said Tupac is the greatest motherfucker outside of Malcolm and Garvey. But today you let stupid-ass young Pharaoh disrespect Malcolm? You short, ring-eyed, fool-ass nigga.
Gonna come and spit it just like it's supposed to be spit. Not with all that sugar-coated shit and all that fake shit these niggas talking about. I don't give a fuck about none of these niggas, man. I'm supposed to have some shit going on for African land, man. But if you look all over Africa, they fighting. So if our people at home is fighting, we should be fighting. Goddamn, they fighting in Somalia, they fighting in Swaziland, they fighting in fucking Zimbabwe, they fighting in fucking Egypt, they fighting all over the fucking continent. And as soon as we talk about revolution, then niggas want to, they want to talk about this old sugar-coated shit. Man, look at you niggas. That's why I can't unify with no bitch-ass nigga.
Brother Khalid made remarks that were not consistent with the proper representation of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, his teaching and guidance, myself, and the Nation of Islam. I found the speech, after listening to it in context, vile in manner, repugnant, malicious, mean-spirited, and spoken in mockery of individuals and people, which is against the spirit of Islam. While I stand by the truth that he spoke, I must condemn in the strongest terms the manner in which those truths were represented. I therefore have dismissed Brother Khalid from his post as minister, representative, and national.
Told the white folks, I took care of it, boss. I took care of it for you, boss. Did I do a good job, boss? I put him out, boss. Is that a good nigga, boss? They say, well, nigga, we got something else for you to do.
Whatever knowledge you have that you need to save your people, the greatest knowledge of all is the knowledge of God, the knowledge of self, the knowledge of the time and what must be done, and the knowledge of the true religion of God. But is there any complementary knowledge that can be useful in helping us to help our people? Now, Brother Farrakhan found something.
Peace, family.
Listen.
Is you talking to me? Yeah, peace, family. Yeah, this is Brother Solomon. You tuning in to blogtalkradio.com in the Black Radio. We waiting for the, head host, old guard to come in. I apologize for that intro. That brother still got that for the intro. So what we're going to do now, we're going to touch bases with Brother Wesley Muhammad, and we're going to get into this, brother. How you doing?
Well, I'm disconcerted, Brother Solo, to be honest with you, because I've been listening to your intro for the last 5 minutes.
Right.
And
I apologize for that, brother.
Disrespects the Honorable Brother Minister Louis Farrakhan. It disrespects the Nation of Islam, and it disrespects me. So I'm wondering for what purpose I was invited on your show, beloved.
Damn.
Yeah, the brother still had that in the intro. And
Solar Mind threw Oh God slap under the bus. You feel me? Solar said, hey, the brother still had that on the intro. Well, come on, Solar Mind. Come on, brother. That's why I came on the show and I said, that's these brothers' opinion. You can't call their opinion piss. But I could call it piss when you're scared to hold that opinion and you throw it on Oh God. I bet you Oh God said, man, what the fuck wrong with you?
And yeah, when it started, I didn't know it automatically started because I don't really do the intro. So yeah, the brother still had it on there, and yeah, I apologize for that, brother.
This is the normal intro for your show.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, I think it is.
He think it is. Well, I tell you, that's enough, family. Now, I'm going to come back tonight and probably play the whole thing. Just let it run without nothing so you can hear the whole show. Now, with that said, man, Young Pharaoh, I told you so, my nigga. I told you so. And again, not one time in my whole speech on this show to Wesley, even in his anger, did you hear me disrespect him. Not even 2 years later today, fam. So what's the lesson learned here today? Watch your motherfucking mouth and learn how to respect your elders. What's the lesson learned here today? Indeed, you have the right of freedom of speech, but you don't have the right to yell fire in a crowded building, in a crowded theater. And when you do yell fire in a crowded theater, and it's your right, my nigga, your accountability will be that which you have to hold on your role. Do you understand? So, watch your mouth. And y'all subscribe to RBG Hebrew 2, RBG Hebrew 4, Michael Edwards 2018. Follow me on Instagram, Michael Edwards 3447. Hit the GoFundMe for the equipment for the media, and hit the PayPal if you just want to bless me with something. And in that, peace and black power, family.